Hello everyone, this super quick video is in our Engine Snack series. I'm Grandmaster Matthew Sadler, and today we are going to be looking at an unusual artificial castling maneuver in the Maroczy bind structure. It was pointed out in my Facebook feed today by Romain Edouard, French Grandmaster and Guildford colleague of mine. But actually it didn't come as a complete surprise to me, because I'd actually seen it in 2 TCEC engine games before. But let's have a little look at it. First of all, this is the game Fischer against Hakimifar, Lucerne Zurich in the Swiss League today. What we have here, the position after bishop d7, white's got this Maroczy bind structure, pawns on c4 and e4. White's already advanced with g4, h4, so castling kingside is not to be expected from white, but white's also played rook c1, so castling queenside is impossible. You could try and leave the king in the centre, but, well, I mean, that always interferes with the with your mobility in general, you know, the connection of the rooks. So what did white do? White played the move king d2. Queen c7, king c2, you can see where the king's going, h5, takes, bishop c6, king b1, and well, white had castled queenside, black had opened up the kingside. Queenside's a little bit dodgy for black, not that much protection there, and white actually won very quickly afterwards. Just white really just came through on the light squares here. King f8, queen c6, queen d8, h6, and g takes h6, f4. Very nice flowing attacking game there, and white won very easily. Well, where had I seen this before at the TCC? Well, first of all, there was this game in, I think it was the Cup testing. So this is Stockfish 13 CCRL, so just 4 threads, against Slow Chess Blitz. And as you can see, a very similar situation. White's got a Maroczy bind, played g4. Here white played rook c1, and after bishop b7, whack, king d2. g6, king c2, rook c8, king b1. And, well, white's castled artificially and now ready to attack on the king side. And, I mean, you do sort of wonder whether, you know, black didn't really anticipate this and, you know, made a few more weaknesses in the centre, you know, and on the king side here, just because it didn't realise that, that white was just going to put the king in the queen side and go for a big king side push. The same thing can be said about the game Komodo Dragon against Scorpio from the TCC. I think it was season 20. And in this position, after the move h6 from Scorpio, well, you can guess what white did here. Just king d2, g6, king c2, bishop g7, bishop b2, king b1. And, well, white's castled the queenside artificially. I mean, the rook is great on here on c1, you know, supporting the pawn on c4 opposite the queen. I mean, there's even ideas of knight d5 at times. And, of course, you know, black's got this hedgehog structure, but, yeah, you know, somehow these pawns on g6 and h6, they're slightly weak. And, well, I mean, Komodo played a beautiful attacking game here. Just really just, you know, went for it. No worries about pawns hanging or everything. Peace, sack, in we go. Knight e2, queen d7, rook f3. I mean, we've got the rooks coming to g1 and to h3. I mean, it's total carnage. Really beautiful attacking game. Actually, I hadn't spotted this one before, but the rook is sacrificed. g7 comes in. We're threatening g takes f8, amongst others. Knight fg5, queen g6, and we got mate on board. Queen f7, knight h6, mate. Brilliant game there from Komodo. And just, you know, whilst we're talking about artificial castling, you might well have seen this lovely example from Alireza Firouzja at the recent European Teen Championships against very strong grandmaster Erdos. And yeah, in this position, slightly different structure, of course. It's Carlsbad pawn structure. But white plays the move g4, gaining space, and obviously if you castle kingside, then we'll just go h4, g5. I mean, white won't castle, just launch the attack straight away. So what did Alireza do? Well, already played rook c8, so queenside castling looks impossible. But artificial castling, not impossible. Just played king b8, and, well, pretty normal position. And actually, the nice thing about it is castle queenside, and then launch this minority attack, as it's known, where 2 black pawns attack 3 white pawns, but a really unusual minority attack where white's king is also on the queen side as well. The funny thing is that in the rest of the game, what you see is that white actually brings the king over to the king side in order to escape. It's one really weird thing, in this game, the positions of both kings. But well, as happens with most games nowadays, Ali Reza won this one in the end, and but a quite brilliant concept as well. But again, very similar to what we saw in this game, Fischer against Hakimifar, and also in those 2 earlier games from the TCC. Brilliant stuff.